So Donald Trump held a rally in Michigan this past weekend, and the rally was bad enough. I'm not even going to talk about the actual rally. What I do want to talk about, however, was one of the rally attendees, a Trump supporter who was interviewed by reporters, who said that the Space Force is somehow going to overturn the results of the 2020 election. Don't know how, really. Don't know why it's going to be the Space Force, but apparently, according to this individual, the Space Force has the documents. And by God, they're going to get it done. Here's what this person had to say. The election, I believe, was stolen. Oh, and she had an American flag draped over her shoulders. The election was not stolen, for the record. But we know that. The Space Force has it all. Trump has all the information. It's going to be overturned. The interviewer then asks, "What do you think the Space Force has?" She responds, "Space Force is a military branch, just like the Army, all the military. And they literally, the night of the election, they literally watched the election be stolen. They watermarked the ballots. They know exactly what happened with every ballot. They know what countries were involved. They followed the money. They know what every politician that's been paid off. There was 260 to 269,000 sealed indictments, but I think it might even be up to 500,000 sealed indictments. And I believe that we're going to have an emergency broadcast and the military is going to come in with martial law and we're going to be shown 8 hours on, 8 hours off of videos for 7 days, the world. And they're going to be showing us taped tribunals, taped confessions, and the world is going to be awakened to what's really going on with the deep state." So is the military not part of the deep state then? Because I'm pretty sure that's, the Pentagon, DOD, that's would be the deep state. I don't even know where to begin. I honestly, reading that thing out loud, I think it just lowered my IQ by about 50 points. That may be, without a doubt, one of the dumbest things I've ever read in my life. But here's the problem. This woman believes it. And she's not the only one. You may think that she's just pulling this stuff out of thin air, but it all comes from somewhere. These are the talking points that some of the most extreme election deniers are pushing. And clearly they've found an audience. Clearly they have these true believers that think this is a thing, that the Space Force, which is, a branch of the military, as she says, that they have indictments, up to 500,000? 500,000 possible indictments? Against who, by the way? You didn't bother to explain that part. You're just like, oh, they've got 500,000 indictments. Cool, against who? And if you were saying it was actually other countries involved, then we can't technically indict, those people. So, lots of holes in your little plan here. But the big thing to me is that this is the level of crazy we're dealing with. Now, I don't think that a person like that can be pulled back. I truly don't. I think if somebody is going to hold beliefs like that, that person is probably lost to the extremism. And that's unfortunate. But this is what conservative media does to people. This is their goal. The people pushing this, know that it's not true. But they also know that their audience is exceptionally malleable. And no matter what they put out there, no matter how crazy it is, talking about the Space Force uncovering all of this, they know that base is going to eat it up. Because that's just how gullible and naive and brainwashed the base of the Republican Party today has become. Thanks for watching, and if you like what you saw, don't forget to like, comment, share, and most importantly, subscribe to our Ring of Fire channel here.